Hey, whoa, hey, whoa, yeet, whoa, whoa, hey, whoa. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. It's a macro Saturday. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Hey, hey. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. It's a macro Saturday. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Happy to see you guys in here. It's the trade room, y'all. We got charts today. We go macro. We thinking big picture. Let's go now. Let's go now. Let's go now. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. This is about to be fun. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. It's a macro Saturday. It's a macro Saturday. We got things to talk about. It's a macro Saturday. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. It's a macro Saturday. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Listen, like, subscribe, put your alerts on. I'm happy to see y'all here today. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. It's a macro Saturday. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Hey, welcome to the trade room, y'all. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. It's a macro Saturday. Welcome to the trade room, y'all. We're gonna get started soon, guys. Love you guys for showing up. Make sure to like. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to share with a friend. It's time to get litty. See you soon.
Contestants, get your hero ready for the 1v1 winner takes all season finale to claim the champion of the 13 Dolla Holla. Tune in this Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on the Trade Room Podcast.
All right, can you guys hear me now?
What's good? There you go.
All right,
How's everybody doing?
I'm gonna plug my headphones back in and try this out.
Welcome to the trade room, y'all. Technical difficulties,
listen.
y'all.
Honestly, Stick's intern would probably relate the most to this since he DJs. You're switching from this to that to that to that.
And yeah, it can get a little crazy if you miss one out of like I'd say 7 steps. So shout out to Sticks for having his ear out, holding it down because he's a DJ. He knows what that life is about. And then shout out to the chat room. Last couple of weeks the chat room been going crazy. So, shout out to y'all. But welcome, welcome, welcome to the trade room. It's a macro Saturday. I'm gonna need some chapstick, Carmax, Wendy, if you can get me some Carmax, because I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking in charted tonight. But Affinity, talk to us. Welcome in. It's a bullish Saturday. We've seen things happen in the market. We've seen things happen in the DeFi Kingdom's ecosystem. What's up with you? How you doing? How you feeling?
Oh man, it's been a beautiful October. You know October is very dear and special to me, right? So for everything to plan out as we spoke before and previously, and it's beautiful. The game's coming. It's growing. It's becoming a MMORPG. Community's growing. I see a lot of new people talking about things. Right, the OGs are coming back. Right, and man, it's items you can sell. It's a good time to be alive, boys.
Yeah, it's a good time to be alive, and it's a good time to be a macro individual. So, welcome to the chat. I know Sticks intern shouted at us. He said, bro, once I turned off all sound in a Hollywood nightclub on accident. Ooh, man. Yeah, that must have been some pressure. 30, 40, 50 seconds or however long it took you to put that up. Shout out to Dags. He's in the building as well. But yeah, there's some exciting things going on here. And you guys know that, with the trade room, we're always going to start with the charts because the charts tell us a lot of what's going on. But we're also always going to talk about market conditions. Okay. We see Sam Bankman Fried trial just ended and he got found guilty on all counts.
Excellent.
That's some crypto news that's going on. He could be facing up to 100 years, right? And Sticks may be able to speak on this, but you know, from what we're looking at on the chart here, most people don't even remember, but the Sam Bankman Fried FTX situation happened right here, right here. Okay. And so this is why charts are important with fundamental things that are going on. Because to me, the crash that initiated from the FTX situation and also to the crypto exchanges, some of them going bankrupt, filing bankruptcy, things of that nature, this little section right here that caused a total market downfall that created a bit of a head and shoulders was just what? A sale. All right. And when you have a sale at Macy's or your favorite place, you see your sale and you're like, oh, I gotta get in on this. I don't even have the cash. I'm going to use my credit card. When you see a sale, food sale, anything of that nature. But when crypto and the overall broad market saw this sale right here, all right, especially after the Sam Bankman Fried case, everyone got scared. Some sold their bags, some lost their conviction. But we're going to talk about all that. What we're going to do now is just go over what we have lined up for today. Obviously, we're going to start with market conditions, charts, the Bitcoin halving coming up, how that correlates with the charts, and then AVAX, right? We've been talking about AVAX and what we need to see from AVAX. I haven't been impressed with AVAX. I've been talking about it. We need to see that $13 and a little bit above range, a breakthrough, a back test, even a correction off of it. We need to hit that before the next Bitcoin correction, and we'll talk about the next Bitcoin correction. We're then going to jump right into the $13 Holla season finale. If you were here during the intro, you saw the promotion for that season finale. We've been doing a lot within this $13 Holla of having players start with $13 in their account and manage it however they deem to manage it to do well in the game, but also to compete with your fellow gamers, which this is all about. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and jump into the specifics of the $13 hollow when it comes to the 1v1 winner takes all. You guys have to keep in mind, okay? The winner of the 1v1, which is going to be a best out of 3, and we'll talk about this, is going to take all the other players' hero or NFT that they place up for these duels. We are here to not only have fun, but we are here to take your bag, right? And then we're gonna jump into the Dark Summon Dread Knights that I just summoned. My goodness, I've been in this ecosystem for over 2 years now, and I started with miners, and I didn't even have a
Gold miners.
paladin.
Gold
Right,
miners.
gold miners, gold
Yeah.
miners. We'll talk about gold.
Congratulations.
I started with miners, and they did really well for me. But as of right now, they can't have pets. I started the paladin build, which was just building the paladin, but that led me to getting more aggressive with going for the end all when it comes to tankers, which is the Dread Knight. And I just got my first summoned Dread Knight after over 2 years in this game and having some of my most rugged summons even be over the last couple of months. So we're going to jump from that. There's a secret 30 points for the $13 holla. Right now, we have a tie between Dags and Sir Worm. And so there's a secret 30 points that will be announced tonight and who it goes to. And we're going to even look at why they were given this secret 30 points. So we do have some of the contestants in here. Affinity is one of them, and Dags is one of them. We may see Worm show up at some point in this, and we may also see Mega show up at some point within this. But it's getting heated. It's the end of the season, and we're gonna see who ends up being the champion. Affinity. I'm gonna go ahead and plug my power in because that's what took me off last time. I'm staying on point now. What are your you know what? Let's not even get into that. We're gonna wrap it up with the boar hunt strategies, okay? Where Affinity is gonna talk to us about what he's experienced in the boar hunt, some of the things that he may have noticed, and some of the things that you may want to be looking ahead to when it comes to the boar hunts. Right now, now we're seeing the win percentage. Now we're seeing people really start to get in, and honestly, it's a game of patience. So. Light is going to jump in and talk about that as well. So that's the lineup for today. Okay, that's the lineup for today. We have the jewelers coming on right after us. That is Mega. That is Dags. We them boys. Okay. We them Saturday boys. All right. And we holding down Saturday, on the weekend where people can be watching a lot of other things. They're jumping in here, showing us support. So if you are here, make sure to put a thumbs up. Okay. It all helps with the algorithm. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. This is your first time here, and make sure to put your alerts on. All right, guys, put your alerts on. Sometimes I have my alerts on individuals and YouTube mostly, and when their stuff comes out, I hop right in. Right, check it out. I know Dags has a lot of alerts on his Discord, which I got to go do that as well, right? Because a lot of stuff happens on Discord as well. But we're gonna jump into the market conditions. Remember, guys, if you have a specific token that you would like for me to chart, leave a comment on what you want that token to be. Hit me up on Twitter, whatever the case may be. If you have a token that may be in line with some of the things that we are looking at, make sure to let me know. And so, we have market conditions here, we have charts, we have BTC, we have AVAX, Affinity. I just want to get from you before we dig into these charts and what we projected and what we're looking at. What do you see in the markets? How are you feeling? What is the sentiments, right? Because sentiments wasn't too high 8 months ago, 12 months ago, and sentiment is starting to get up there. So what are you seeing? What are you feeling as somebody who's in the ecosystem, a gamer, and you're seeing what's happening with price action?
You know, for the past, let me see now, month and a half, maybe 2 months now, a lot of the items slash currency in the DeFi kingdoms has been very volatile. You know what I mean? you can really trade really well, swing trade with them. You know what I mean? You get your timing right. So I believe, you know what I mean, come in like me, I don't really see it as in the dollar value. You know what I mean? I don't see as in like Moksha as in like right now it's going at $1.20. I don't see that. I see Moksha going as 115 crystal. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking away the dollar value away from this and treating it as a game so that I don't get greedy and throw my house into this. You know what I mean? House just paid off, we're good. I don't need
Right.
another, right? So um right, that's the thing. So like I'm taking the dollar away from it, and but I'm still using the charts for my trades, for my gameplay, because as a game, as an environment game, as an economy game, you gotta have everything. You want everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
All the
for sure.
materials, everything, all the
Yeah, for
currencies,
sure.
everything, right?
You want everything. You're gonna need everything, and so, yeah, that's an interesting, perspective on your end. And really, when it comes to the current game, um, if you look at even Dags's comment, says Affinity comes in saying he's a gamer. On a long enough timeline, he'll end up a trader from staying in the trade room. Right? That's so interesting.
Oh,
Dags, I will tell
we
you,
got something for him today.
Dags, I will tell you right now. Affinity trades more than me. Like because this channel is called the Trade Room. People think I trade. I don't have a lot of time to trade. I like looking at the charts. The longer I have, the more accurate I'll be. And then I can mess around with the short time frame stuff, just practice. Affinity trades more than me. Okay. So keep that in mind as we talk about some of these charts. And we're going to look at the gold egg chart. Okay. Because right now, we have Moksha runes running. But we're gonna look. I don't look like looking at things that are already running. Those are leading indicators. And so, where are we at? What did we say we were at in the past? Where are we at currently? And where do we have yet to go? We're gonna be on these charts, guys. Kick back. You know I love the charts. We're gonna talk about this. If I see any questions in the chat, I'll do my best to address it, right? I love these charts. So let's talk about what we're seeing from the head honcho, Bitcoin, the ruler of all rulers, the man that holds all the lore, okay, or the code that holds all the law. If you have an asset in this entire ecosystem, at least for right now,
The Genesis lore.
there could be a decoupling, which I believe there will be in about 6 to 10 years of assets moving on their own fruition. But for now, as Bitcoin rules things, you have to track Bitcoin. And as we've been tracking Bitcoin in this channel, where we've expected Bitcoin to follow this channel over a 147-day period for a high of a 57% run, which brings it to a high of $46,442. We are wary of a possible major correction at $37,500. We've been watching this forever, from since we've been tracking this channel to since we started this blue area. Okay, and this blue area was started on in August after we got the deviation to determine where we expect to go, not even from the deviation, from the time before the deviation even happened. And from the time the deviation happened, we have not changed our strategy, we have not changed our perspective, and we have been rewarded for it, right? At least the trade room, right? And so as we're here, we've seen Bitcoin come back into this range. And so the question is, what is next from this range? And so uh we are not Houdinis. We can only tell by probability what we could see happen. We've already maintained that we could get a large correction from Bitcoin at 37,000. Anything that happens in between that is Bitcoin just grinding to that next resistance area. And a lot of people, after seeing this big candle or these two big candles in October and November, are expecting that heavy correction earlier. Meanwhile, the heavy correction may yet be to happen until we get to $37,000. But what we spoke about in the trade room is have accumulated a majority of your assets in this range, in this bearish range, in the bottom of this channel, and then looking for your confirmations to put some icing on top of the cake. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing personally. And so what we could see is a continued run from Bitcoin that could be another 7% from Bitcoin, especially seeing that the stock market has also started to pick up some steam a little bit. The Federal Reserve came out with some dovish comments. Um, you know, the biggest market cap item in the stock market, Apple, sort of missed their earnings, even though they beat on revenue. But they also Apple also recovered, and the tech sector recovered really sharply this Thursday and Friday to close out the equities market end of things. And so Bitcoin could feasibly make this 7% move to that 37K. Why is that important? We won't talk about the future of Bitcoin. We know we have this 147-day, 57% move that we're looking at. What we're going to talk about is AVAX, because we last week talked that I'm not impressed with AVAX. I'm just not, right? Why did I say that I wasn't impressed with AVAX? I said I would start to become impressed with AVAX if it touches this $13.58 area. Why? Because that's when it will deserve my respect. All right. That is where it can have a chance to test at making that a support area for this long term chart. Okay. Now we spoke and said that if AVAX comes up here, now I'm excited. Okay. Even if it corrects and comes back down here and tries to form some sort of shape out of here, I'm still okay at that moment. Even if it comes here and then wants to form what Jewel is currently forming, okay, which is a inverse head and shoulders. I'm super okay with this because it can break out, come back in here, back test it, and now we're off to the races. We don't exactly know the exact formation that AVAX is forming here, but we need to see this run to 1358. If it does that while Bitcoin is making its way towards this next resistance, I will start being impressed. As of right now, I am not. When we look at the monthly chart, we can see a broader picture where we spoke, and we've spoken since that August area, that we would be looking to confirm that AVAX has now left the bear market. How? We'll be able to confirm that if AVAX is able to make its way back to the 0.236 fib retracement, which is at $21. If it's able to do that, find some support similar to this area, come towards it, maybe get a rejection back to the 13. I don't mind. Find a way to break through and start to climb and branch through this Fibonacci retracement area. And then once we confirm that, all we are doing is looking at this previous resistance area here at where's the 618? Okay, the 618 is here at $40. Okay, so normally 100% move from an absolute reversal is a 618 Fibonacci retracement at $40. That is the ultimate end goal for AVAX, where at that moment we are full blown in a full retracement. Where is that from here? Currently, from here to this $13 region is a 10% move from AVAX. That's feasible. We can look at the lower time frames to see what we can expect from it. A 69% move brings us to that pivotal area where we have to see if AVAX can now officially show us a sign of coming out of its bear market. And then over at the 618 Fibonacci retracement at $40.33 is a 229% move from AVAX. And where will I be impressed? I will be impressed at this $21 area, but I will also very greatly feel like currently the Solana investors who have made their way through a bottom reversal, and Solana is showing some very, very aggressive movements now that it's been able to fight its way out of that area. And really and quickly, we all need and like examples. So if I can quickly highlight Solana and find it here, here we go. If I can quickly highlight Solana and you look at it here, looks very much like AVAX, right? Had to come down, had to test this area, had to fight through this all-time resistance area, and now is in a full-on breakout. Okay, and Solana's next place is $68, but it's Solana's full 618 retracement is $166. So those who are buying at $8, blessings to you because you're looking real good for Solana right now. But that's just an example. And where does that example lead us to? That example leads us to Jewel, which Jewel in the DeFi ecosystem serves the purpose of Bitcoin. Jewel is the Bitcoin of the DeFi Kingdom's ecosystem. I'm going to pause there and get some thoughts from you on what you're seeing from Bitcoin, what we've talked about with market conditions, and I'll finish it off with the Bitcoin halving and move on to Jewel.
All I gotta say is, it's to me, it's the end of the rhyme. So I gotta get on a, you know what I mean, not financial advice, but I'm just mining away, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Gotta prepare. It's
yeah,
preparing
yeah,
time. That's all it is.
for sure, for sure. So shout out
Whatever
to
you're
the
doing.
chat room. Looks like the chat room is going at it. CYA. I don't know what Sticks is talking about here, but I hope you guys are staying in tune with us here. Again, if you're still here, thank you. Make sure to hit that thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, make sure to put your alerts on, and
Keep your
make sure to
receipts.
stay tuned for the Jewelers podcast, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, right after us. They are doing some great things as well. So Jewel, right? When Jewel? That's the overall question, right? When
When
Jewel?
Jewel. Give us some
so
time.
so
Give us
guys,
some time.
when Jewel, right? We had this impulse from when the whale was selling, and when we saw at some point that he was done selling. Okay, we have this previous low here before we got an all-time low here, because if you look at the overall, even when we went down from inside the bear market, Jewel still made a nice little run to 34 cents before it went down even further and created new lows. So we are in new category. It's very hard to track Jewel when it is in new category. So what do we need to see when we've already created an all-time low? Things are not looking good. We need to look for patterns and not short-term patterns. We need to look for long-term patterns and what these long-term patterns can tell us about what we have ahead of us. Before I do that, Sticks intern says CYA means cover your ass. And specifically, I am referring to an implicit endorsement of language in a chat that I do not disagree with. Yeah, CYA, cover your ass. I like that one. I certainly like that one. Yeah, you always got to cover your ass. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just me doing my thing and sharing my opinions with everyone on social media. I don't have to share my opinions. I could keep them to myself. But I believe sharing is caring. And in this world of some evil and war, we can all be a community, right? And so, what are we looking for here from Jewel? We were looking for this inverse head and shoulders pattern. And let me get my coloring right here, which because I like this inverse head and shoulders pattern because it looks like a nice little smiley face. Okay. So we've been looking for this inverse head and shoulders here on Jewel. We first cited a bearish or bullish divergence here. And we said that these are the possible markers that Jewel could hit if it maintained this head and shoulders. So from the bottom of the head and shoulders, we've had a 20% run. We're currently looking to fight our way through this barrier here and make our way to the next layer, which is $12. I'm sorry, $12, 12 cents. Okay, specifically 0.123. And in order to get there from our current area, we're looking at a 12% run. That's nothing. Okay. If you look at Gala Gaming, okay, which is in the GameFi ecosystem, if you look at Nakamoto Gaming, which has been running tremendously through the bear market and then through this current period, if you look at all these things as we gear towards the Bitcoin halving, which right now is slated for late April, as the Bitcoin hash rate gets cut in half, we are looking at the early movers show signs. Right now, Jewel isn't showing shit. Okay. Jewel is having to work out of a long, grueling, grueling bear market, okay, where it's fighting its way to find a way to bounce off of this current low at 11 cents. So ultimately, we're looking at these markers from Jewel. We are looking at, for me to start getting excited, similar to AVAX, I would have to start seeing Jewel at this 15-cent area. And even at this 15-cent area, this is where we want to find a way to turn this area into support. So Jewel has a lot to go through, but man, oh man, if it maintains this inverse head and shoulders, as we are seeing on the weekly chart, this will be amazing. And I honestly do have good confidence that Jewel is going to make its way to this 15-cent area. I don't care about where Jewel is now between that 10 cents and that 15 cents. That's when I start paying attention. And the ultimate upside from Jewel from our current position is 360% to 50 cents. Okay. That's where we can start talking other macro numbers that we're looking at. But for now, we are seeing the overall ecosystem make positive movements as Bitcoin is also making positive movements. And so the last chart that we will look at is the gold chart. And we saw some weird, interesting things happening with the gold chart. And it leads to some additional stories from this weekend that Light can also share with us because we're seeing a lot of volatility in the current ecosystem. Gold chart doesn't look like the Moksha runes chart, right? And I'll even quickly get to the Moksha rune chart. Gold and gold pet eggs don't look like the Moksha rune chart, right?
No, they
Everybody's
do not.
bullish on Moksha. Some people may be looking to use Moksha to level their heroes, sell, do other things. But what else in the ecosystem could possibly provide the ability to stack up on something and um, ride it through its movements? Moksha Rune is one of them. And I believe Tears is one of them. And I believe Gold is one of them. So if I share the Moksha Rune chart really quickly to you guys,
Wow.
since the Moksha Rune chart bottomed out, okay, and this is the cup and handle that we've been talking about for a very long time. Since the Moksha Rune bottomed out here, it has been to its ultimate high of $1.75. It's been a 323-day 1,976% run. This is an entire year that it took this movement to happen. You're not going to get it in 3 months. You're not going to get it in 6 months. It takes a while for these movements to happen. And so, what are we doing now is we're seeing what is low and we're buying. We're buying high, we're selling low. But if you want to partake in this ecosystem, you already need to buy, right? And so, how are you strategizing yourself? And so, as we look at gold egg, there was an interesting situation that happened today where, if you look at the shorter time frame for gold egg absolutely dumped. Okay, absolutely dumped.
Into my
For
pockets.
for what reason? We can look at the order book, and the cool thing about Deck Streamer is it has the order book here. But I was busy this morning. I didn't have time to look at the order book. But we have gold pet egg that dumped, and we'll see what percentage that it dumped by. From here, which was literally November 4th, okay, where it was sitting at the mid Bollinger on the 4 hour chart, it dumped about, let me stretch this out. Literally in 4 hours, a 4 hour candle, it dumped 50%. It
Yeah.
dumped 50%. And
Yeah.
let me see, did that 50% create a new low? Did it create a new low? Let's draw this line here and see if we got a new low from that 50 cent.
38 cents or something like that.
It created a new low. Yeah, I see here 42 cents. So it created a new low, and then you see right away this green buy order. Okay, the order volume was already going up consecutively on a daily chart. You know, we had some red periods, and then you had this major dip where gold pet ags went to 38 cents, 39 cents. And we see that happen earlier today, I believe this morning into this afternoon, and it created a new low. So if you are looking at this circumstance, what does this make you feel? If it created a new low, that is not a bullish thing, that is a bearish thing. Okay, let's get that straight. If something like that's making a price movement creates a new low, it is a bearish movement. However, we see the market bought it up really quickly, really quickly. Okay, and we have this volume indicator here where we had this downtrend in the volume, but we have a massive spike in volume here. We also have something that you guys, if you follow the trade room, should not be aware of, which is divergence. Okay, we spoke about divergence on and on and on and on and on. We see from the gold pet egg a major divergence here where we have what? We have price action going down, but RSI going up,
Up.
which is an
Yeah.
indicator that the market is buying and is buying at a higher and stronger pace over time. And so, if the market is buying at a higher, stronger pace over time, when there is a major dip that dips below the previous low, if that pattern continues in a downwards action, continued bearishness. But what happens with RSI is if it breaks down below here, yes, we are concerned. But what we're seeing from a pattern that's existed since May of 2023, as we're seeing Bitcoin make its bullish movements, we're seeing divergence could play out in a manner. If I go over to the 3 day chart, and I love the 3 day chart, we've seen that divergence can play in a manner where the RSI comes back down and tags right off of this line and does something spectacular because these are longer time frame metrics. Okay. So
Macro.
even if we have gold pet egg, which is hanging at the mid Bollinger of the 3 day chart, every candle is 3 days. Okay. What are we seeing? Even if this thing rejects back down to 48 cents, guess what I am doing? I am buying. I am buying. I am buying. I am buying. I am buying.
Not
Okay,
financial
because
advice.
we not financial advice because we have this resistance area here. Okay, that it couldn't work through the first time it tried to break it. It went down, even though it made a new low, which is concerning. It did not completely break down. It got bought up extremely quickly by the market. And if we look at the daily chart, which the daily chart can be an indicator of more short-term movements, this daily candle is now green. It is sitting on top of the mid Bollinger, and it is
Very
looking like
nice.
it repeats, a repeat, a repeat of what we call a triple bottom. Not only a triple bottom, but what does this look like? This looks like the inverse head and shoulders that we are currently tracking for Jewel. The inverse head and shoulders that we are currently tracking for Jewel. So,
Yeah,
what are the
baby.
upside movements of gold pet eggs as we watch this? Well, right now, short term ultimate upside is $1.75. We see that even as recent as October 30th, it made a run to $1.43, $1.42, and a lot of resistance, heavy resistance. This was in March of 2023 where it had this low, heavy resistance. So we're not surprised that it's facing this resistance here and it's having a little bit of trouble. But if we're looking at what's going to give us a confirmation that gold pet eggs is turning bullish, well, from here, that is another 144% run. And if you're someone like Light who wants to trade more than me, you could look to take advantage of that situation. If you're me, I'm just going to continue to buy $173. I don't really care about. I'm not really trading. I'm looking at some macro numbers here. A full Fibonacci retracement brings the gold pet egg to $7.50.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
not trading the
seven
eggs.
dollars
I'm
and
accumulating.
50 cents, and that movement is a 943% move. So
Yo.
when we're looking at Jewel, who has a 300+% move in front of it, and we look at gold pet eggs, which has a 948% movement, possibly ahead of it, and we look at moksha runes, which has already had a 2000% move. Well, you can hold some jewel, but if you're not holding everything else in this ecosystem, why are you even playing this game? Right. And so that's the overall chart that we're looking at. What are we expecting from Jewel? What are we expecting from Bitcoin? What are we expecting from some of these assets? That's the chart analysis. Okay. So the overall view is bullish. As Bitcoin makes its way to its possible corrective area, we are keeping an eye on our assets and making sure that we can get any indication that we are going to hit those points. And more specifically, we are tracking AVAX because AVAX will make a determination if Jewel is able to make another nice 50%, 60%, 90%, 120% run in a single day or in a single week. AVAX is going to be a big part of that puzzle, and we need to keep a close eye on it. So that's the overall when it comes to the charts. That's what we're looking at. I'm going to be putting smaller clips of these charts on the YouTube. So again, make sure to put your alerts on. Make sure to put your thumbs up. It all goes, well with the channel. Looking at the chat, we have Skiller saying, "Ha ha ha! I almost got into an accident when you
Okay,
said
okay, bro.
Joel ain't doing Drew ain't doing shit." Yeah, shout out to shout out to Skiller. No, I mean Drew's doing a little something, but again, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. I'm really more impressed by Moksha Runes, Gold Pet Egg. The fact that the market really scooped it up heavily today really tells me that the demand and that macro bullish divergence is definitely showing itself when it comes to that. But there's so many eco things in the ecosystem that are starting to show signs. But yeah, that's the overall chart analysis. Light, any finishing touches on that before we shift over to the gameplay?
Well, hey man, like you saying you're accumulating, I'm also accumulating. You know what I mean? Gotta
Mm-hmm.
accumulate those eggs at 39 cents, man.
Yeah, no, I think you're finding a lot of great spots
Yeah,
to use the revenue you're getting from your heroes
yeah.
to buy some of these dips, especially having the chart addition there. So tell us, sorry about that. Tell us a little bit about what happened today with the gold and how you were, if you want to, how you kind of took advantage of the dip and why you did it.
Um, like so I have a big farm going. I mean, not big, but like to me, it's like it's okay. It's big to me, but it's mediocre to a lot of people. But um, they farm me a lot of materials every day, and today was the 4th of November, and I decided to liquidate everything for some reason. Right, everything I gotten so far for the past 4 days, from the first to now, I liquidated, and I traded to gold. Right, so I managed to accumulate earned, right, because we are um, playing to earn, right. So I've earned my heroes earned me around 700,000 gold. Like I said, I don't look at it as in dollar value, right? Um, because that's only like $7. No
Right.
big deal in dollar value. But in game value, 700K can do you a lot. You know what I mean? You can craft a lot of stamina potions, enter a lot of boar hunts, do a lot of duels, do a lot of craft any potions, uh, crystal gems or whatever it is. You can do a lot with gold, and
Mhm,
almost 3/4 of a million in four
mhm,
days is quite a bit. And for
mhm,
some reason, as you show the charts, uh, gold eggs dipped, right, 50+%, and gold stayed the same,
mhm,
right? Gold actually went up a little bit at the same time.
mhm,
So as I was selling, I guess I actually pumped gold up a little bit.
mhm,
And then for some reason, somebody said, "Well, I don't care for this. I'm dumping all these eggs."
mhm,
Right when I finished, found two moksas. They pumped to $1.35 or $1.20. Sold
mhm.
those for some more gold, right? And like I said, got lucky. Saw the market dumped. I scooped.
Took advantage. Took
I took
advantage, right?
advantage.
And
I
I think
believe
you
in this. I
I think
believe.
you knew your markers that you were looking at that we spoke
Yeah.
about again, right?
Yeah.
The under a dollar, that 80
Yep.
cents, you know what you're looking at. So when you got your sale, you took advantage of it and you were part of that demand, right? Because you know what you're going for. And so yeah, that's awesome. That's just some great feedback from you. So yeah, guys, we're on to the $13 holla season finale. Okay, shout out to the jeweler, shout out to Mega, shout out to um Dags, shout out to Affinity, and shout out to Sir Worm. These guys have been going super hard body. And before we jump into that, let's go ahead and check out the promo.
Contestants, get your hero ready for the 1v1 winner takes all season finale to claim the champion of the 13 Dolla Holla.
All right, all right, all right. So that was a preview for the $13 holla. We've had a few competitions. We started with the 3v3 private duels, okay, in which we had Sir Worm come out the champion. It was hot, it was heavy. We're gonna look for some of that energy going into this 1v1. We then jumped into the summoning challenge for who could summon the best hero. We had Dax come out the winner of that too with an amazing hero. And so we have Dags with 30 points, right? We have let me see if I can put this thing back in the screen without starting it off here.
This Saturday,
Oh boy. Okay. Let's see if I can line this up here. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, so we have Dags with 30 points. We have Sir Worm with 30 points. We have a secret 30 point winner that we have been tracking throughout this. We'll tell you what that is in a split second. And so we could have a three-way tie, tonight, or we could have Dags or Sir Worm at 30 points. What we're going to be moving on to now after these two challenges is the season finale. All right. Whereas 1v1, bring the best hero you have in that $13 account that you've had to buy pets with, quest with, do all these things. Possibly you even tried maybe a strategy of participating in the boar hunts. You may have found that not possible, right? Because maybe you haven't been able to find a reoccurring revenue that comes to you, like Affinity has been able to find in his bigger accounts, right? So you're managing how you can, and now you have to bring your best hero for these 1v1 private battles. Wow, amazing, right? So what are the rules to this last season, right? Let's talk about that. So first of all, it's going to be a best out of three. Okay, so you're gonna have contestant number 1 face contestant number 4, contestant number 2 face contestant number 3. They go best out of 3 for that. With the DFK private duels, this is awesome as we wait for Duels Season 7 to open up. And then the winner of the first round of the best out of 3 will then go on and face the last person that is left on the other side. From there, we will crown a champion as they do their best out of 3. There are no level limits, and the winner will take the other 3 players NFT hero that they put up for this. This is a chance at 100 points. This is a chance to win the entire season and be crowned the first ever trade room championship duels champion. And then not only that, we do have 100K gold, which has a chance of possibly rising. You get your 3 heroes, and then you get crowned champion, right? This is what it's all about, is the game within the game. So that's what we're looking at for the season finale. We're going to see who steps up. We're going to see who's really trying to win this. And I believe that everyone wants that 100 points. Affinity, as somebody who is associated with this, as somebody who has absolutely 0 points, how are you feeling about this last championship 1v1 duel?
Let's bring it on and fight, man. Forget these points and let's kick some butt, man. You know what I'm saying, man?
Okay.
Man,
Okay.
man, I gotta feed my pets now.
Yeah, I mean, you had your chance to feed your pets, but we have Skiller in the chat room saying, "Light, don't let Dax take it again, bro. Listen, man, this has been some friendly or unfriendly competition between Dags and Affinity here. We have Mega saying, "Let's effing go. I need to step the f up." Well, listen, if I can recall, I think Mega actually has level 10 or 11 or 12 hero in there. So, he might have been playing the long game. Mega, I think Mega might be the favorite for this one. I don't know what you guys are going to pull,
I got
out
11,
of
11.
your stuff, but Mega might be really looking to finish the season off with a bang. We have Dags saying, "When are the duels?" Hey, Dags, read the manuscript, man. Read the manuscript, bro. Like, come on. So the duels are going to be the duels are going to be collected in between, I believe, November 13th up until November 16th. They have to turn their duels in and initiate these private duels with each other. And then we are going to release the duels live November 18th to crown the champion. Okay, so season finale is right around the corner. Okay, guys, again, this is why you want to make sure that you put your alerts on this channel because this is going to be hot and heavy. Best out of 3, $13 holla, managing a small account and taking this chip. So we have Mega saying absolutely 0. Don't trust, don't do is like this. What? Don't do is like that trade. I mean, listen, absolutely 0 points. You're right, Dags. And so Skiller saying, "I'm taking it season 2." Oh, wait. Oh, okay. We have anticipation for the next project here. I love it. So right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna crown.
Wait. Can I disappoint somebody?
Well, don't even do it. Don't even do it. Don't
Come
even
on.
do it.
Come on. I like it. It's gonna be
Okay, go
good
ahead.
though.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
There's
Go
no
ahead.
season 2.
There's another reiteration coming.
There's no season 2. There's no season 2. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry.
So
There's
this
no
is gonna
season
be
2.
like the in DFI Kingdoms, the Halloween skin color event. There may never be another event. There may never be another season of the $13 holla. So the $13 holla champion will be forever.
Big bragging rights for this one.
Ooh, wow.
Who knows? Who knows? Stay tuned. Like, subscribe.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, Skiller's ready for what's next, and that's exciting.
Don't worry,
Because
Skiller. It's coming. Something's coming for you.
something's coming for Skiller, right? So what we're gonna do is we are going to crown the secret champion here. Okay, the secret winner of the 30 points.
Oh, that's
And so
today?
that's today.
Oh,
That's today. That's today. All right. So we're going to crown the secret winner of the 30 points. And so, how is that going to work out? Well, don't mind if I do. We are going to be using DFK Quester and let me go ahead and just share that screen here. I got a little bit excited about oh boy. Let me do that again. Bear with me here, guys. Let's go to DFK Questa. All right, so we're sharing DFK. Oh, is it DFK Questa? Oh
yeah.
no. Oh, this is my dark summon. Okay, guys, this is the perfect time for me to give you the preview. Stay tuned because we're gonna talk about my dark summon Dreadnought. Okay, and we got a whole hour till Dags and them go on with the jeweler. So we're gonna talk about the Dreadnought. All right. So yeah, guys, look, let's go back to the regularly scheduled program, the $13 holla. We talked about the 1v1 winner takes all. And right now, I need to share DFK, the DFK Quester page with you guys. So we're utilizing the DFK Quester to determine who gets this secret 30 points. First of all, what is the secret 30 points? The secret 30 points is simply just how are you managing your automatic DeFi arrangement? Okay. Because we've been doing a lot of the gaming end of things from the 3v3 to the summoning, but you had a $13 account. You are supposed to try to structure the best of both worlds. This is not just the trade room, this is the macro investor versus the macro gamer. So, what are you doing, even though you're trying to participate in a lot of these events, to make sure that your DeFi structure is set up the right way? And so that's the qualifying factor into this. Keep it simple. Somebody has the opportunity to either take a full 60 points and go into the championship looking to put icing on top of the cake, or to be tied and to leave somebody at completely zero. All right. So let's take a look at these individuals one at a time. We're going to start with Sir Worm. Okay. Sir Worm was the winner of the first ever mini challenge here at DFK. All right. Here at the $13 holla. First of all, what do you guys think about the secrets? Okay, in the chat room, guys, I see Dags already saying his cover is blown. But Affinity, what do you think about this category here as we're wrapping up the season? Because we don't want to forget, right? Don't forget about the management. So, what do you think about this switch up that we have here as we look at Sir Worm's inventory?
I have no thoughts, man. I just been spending, so I just been I don't know.
Mm,
I hope I get
okay,
some points.
okay, and yeah, so so the first person we're looking at is Sir Ron. His inventory has about 16 cents in there. And I guess he's in first place so far. I guess Sir Worm is in first place so far with his $13 holla account, having 16 cents in there. We do see that he still has his pets here. 6 pets. The highest ranked pet is a level 5. So let's take a look at this for a preview for the 1v1. A level 5 Night Priest. Background is the mountains. Element is earth. It is a male, level 6 Gen 5. Highest stat is 12. Sir Worm, I don't know how good things look for you, but right now you are not the father okay, of the highest inventory account, or at least maybe you are. Maybe you are. Let's see. You're in the lead with 16 cents. And so, who are we going to look at next? We are going to look at Affinity next to see where he is with his inventory. And oh my gosh, Affinity is losing. How do you lose to 16 cents? How do you
By
lose to
having
16 cents?
11 cents, bro.
I mean, you have a ton of Shavas room. So what was your
Dude,
theory? What was your theory that it was gonna pop before? Like,
I was just trying to level up my heroes, dude. Just trying to
oh
play.
yeah, you're trying to level up your guys. You're trying to
You
level up
know,
your
you gotta
guys.
save
Yeah,
up a little. It's the low bag mentality. You know, you gotta save up a little bit,
yeah,
spend a little bit, save up a little bit,
yeah,
spend a little bit.
yeah. Okay, so Sir Worm still in the lead for 30 points. And Sir Worm has he has 16 heroes. The
That's
highest he
mine.
has. Oh, I'm completely wrong. Yeah. He said- no inventory, but he says those are my heroes.
My
So
heroes.
we have Affinity where we have his level 7. Let's take a look at his level 7. It's the Priest.
That's not
Ooh,
the highest.
is not. Let me see. What do you
No,
have?
no.
What do you have? Level 7? Oh no, I'm looking at Gen. Okay. I'm looking at Gen. So let
And,
me
oh
I
no,
always
wait.
do that. I always do that. So your highest is
Yeah.
this Dark
My
Knight
my
Wizard.
favorite. My favorite.
Dark Knight Wizard. And similar to Darth Light, I'm sure that had a lot to do with why this is your favorite hero here.
Favorite.
Strength is decent, 29 strength. You're looking pretty good, to
Not
go
bad for a
into.
bot. Not bad for a
Not
bot,
bad.
bro.
No, not bad at all. Not bad at all. So, you're looking pretty good. I must say, you're looking pretty good, right? Not in the inventory, but maybe for the 1v1. And so before we move on, I do want to double check Sir Worm just to make sure that I didn't gauge. Okay, so Sir Worm
He has a
does.
10.
Why is this still your page? Is this weird? What's going on here? Profile lookup. Let me make sure I copied the right thing. Oh, this is cryptocurrency. You have to just work through the little knickknacks. Okay. Okay, so Sir Worm, just to double check, he does have a level 7. Okay, so I misguided that. He does have a level 7. Looks like a knight pirate. Okay. I mean, he would have to hope he's lucky, especially against Affinity. If he ends up being against Affinity, that strength does not hit.
I
But
hope I lose this then,
hey,
because then I can, you know,
yeah.
be against Mr. Worm.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. So that's that for Affinity. That's that for Sir Worm. We're gonna look at Dags, as well, and see what he is working with. He was the last winner of the summoning challenge, and so we'll be able to take a look at his previously summoned hero, which won the championship. His only stoned hero here,
It's in an
ladies and
F.
gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the last mini challenge winner of the Summoning Your Best Hero Halloween challenge. Here goes another spotlight. He's here to grab his championship ring and to wave his hands at the beginning of the season, with this hero, but the Dark Knight Thief. All right. Gen 5, level 1. Ladies and gentlemen, clap for this man. He did a fantastic job. But
How
that
you
is
win with
not
an F?
that is not his strongest hero.
Gee,
Right now, we're looking at he has a bunch of level 5 or a couple level 5 guys. So his wizard, scholar, okay, 20 wisdom, 17 luck, not bad. His other level 5 here that he has is his wizard priest. Not as good as the previous one. So it looks like this is what Dags is working with. I don't know what his strategy is, but he does have a ton of heroes. He does have some pets. How is he looking? Oh, Dags takes the lead. Dags takes the lead when it comes to the surprise 30 points inventory check. Interesting, man. Dags is starting to get warm. Dags is starting to warm up a little bit when it comes here. So is Mega going to take this? Or is Mega going to be Mega and Infinity going to be left with 0, and Dags could possibly go into this 1v1 with a 60-point accumulation and a 30-point lead on Sir Worm. Let's dig into Mega's portfolio. Affinity, what do you have to say about like losing? And so far you're in third place.
Feels good, man.
Oh, it feels good. Oh,
I got
okay.
heroes.
You got heroes.
I got
You
S
got
class
heroes.
heroes.
Oh, I got S
These
class
points
here.
don't mean anything to me. So let the noobs win them. So
Let
they
the
feel
news.
good.
Hey, okay. Is that a okay? That's a winner's mentality. Yeah, I
All
guess
it
we see
is.
here. So looking at, oh my goodness. Wow.
Woo.
Megalodon. He has a Shavaz rune here,
I really
but
thought he was gonna use that.
I don't even think he would have needed that. I don't even think he would have needed that. He is clear as daylight, the winner of the secret 30 points here. That puts everybody else at 30 points, leaving Affinity Lotus, aka Darth Light, at 0 points. We don't have the other contestants here to interview, unfortunately. As we congratulate Megalodon.
Congrats,
How do
congrats.
you feel about last place right now?
Well, like I said, it's all good. I feel great.
Hmm.
It actually feels nice when everybody, all the noobs, leave the room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Get their
yeah.
little bit, get their little treats. Be like,
Hmm.
it's like what I'm feeling right now is like the top athlete is just resting while everybody's getting their little cookies and milk.
Hmm.
You're like, good job, you,
Hmm.
you tried, you're doing great, keep at it. Well, while the big boy like me, all alone, don't ever have no coach or anything, because we gotta win this out. We don't need nothing.
Okay, I
We
hear
don't
you. I
even
hear
need
you.
to even feed our
What? Listen,
pets.
listen. Whatever your excuse is, okay. This
No
interview is over.
excuse.
This interview is over. Okay, you're not the winner. Megalodon is the winner. So we're gonna interview Mega's
Congratulations.
NFT. We're gonna interview Mega's NFT instead of interviewing you, who currently has 0 points. Okay, so it's a tie for first place now between Dags, between Sir Worm, and between Megalodon. Okay. So we have his Wizard Warrior level 12 Gen 1. This is a beautiful card. This card is also ready to be summoned. So Mega from the start was going for the 1v1. And this entire time, he knew he needed to land a Moksha rune. And he did not know what the secret challenge was. But I wonder why he has not leveled his hero up until now. I don't know why he hasn't done that, but he now has completely changed his momentum within this $13 holla. This is amazing to see from Mega himself. And that may be why his name is Mega. Okay. I beat him in fantasy football last week. Don't mean to bring that up, but he is clapping back with his Wizard Warrior level 12 with a 28 wisdom, a 29 intelligence, and a dexterity that he might just want to take to 20 with the Moksha rune and the summon. Wow. I cannot wait to see what he says in the stream following this about this major turnaround in the $13 holla challenge. Since we have the last place contestant currently in points sitting there, what is your input on this what we're seeing here, this turnaround? What is your input here?
I don't know, man. For a level 12, he doesn't have that much more than my level 10 intelligence. So, like I said, let them have
Mm.
their little crumbs. Yeah, I got a
Okay.
level. What level is my Dark Knight again? Oh, it's level 10.
It's a level 10.
Wizard.
Mm.
I got intelligence. I got 29 strength as well.
Mm-hmm.
15, 24 vitality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I don't know. If he's still, you know what I mean?
Listen,
Maybe.
I think his his thing is this moksha room, man. Once he levels his guy, I
But what
mean,
does that have to do with anything, though? Like, what does that have to do with battling? Even if he summons, that summons level 1. What does that summon have to do with anything?
no. The moksha room is for leveling. So he's gonna level his guy to give him extra points on his statistics, right? So if you're looking at this guy here, the Wizard Warrior, and if he can use his Moksha rune to get the Wisdom to 30, to get the Intelligence to 30, and to get the Dexterity above 20, I mean, he's in a grand place now with the level 13 hero that's looking to, get the right background and everything else in order to dominate.
Well, we'll see what he decides.
Well, hey,
We'll
I
see.
mean, this guy's what a turnaround. What a turnaround. So, guys, that is amazing. That's the current update to the $13 holla. We have Megalodon all of a sudden taking a lead in this $13 holla with the secret 30 points going to him, as well as having the highest level hero within the $13 holla. This is what it's all about. This is competition. We thought Worm was in the lead to begin with as a boomer. We saw Dags come in and really take claim, and now we have Mega. These guys, Mega has to do nothing between now and the deadline, which is the 16th of November. Mega has to do nothing. These guys have to now go and figure out what they want their strategy to be. I think Affinity is also probably second in line right now with the possibility to take this as well. So right now it's really a race between Affinity and Mega. It has been the two that have been in the bottom that have made the biggest sound going into this 1v1. So there will be a ranking of individuals from 1 to 4. Then the bracket will break out that way. So the brackets will make sense why they are laid out that way. And the brackets should come out by this following weekday. So stay tuned. Make sure to put the thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to put your alerts on because the season finale is going to be a grand one. Shout out to Mega. Shout out to all the participants of the $13 holla. We are taking this thing out. Affinity, anything you have to say on that before we switch over to DeFi Kingdoms itself?
No. Again, all jokes aside, congratulations, Mega. Good job, brother. Uh, and good jobs to everybody that's participating. Because again, I'm surprised that people are putting work into something this small. You know what I'm saying? So again, all jokes aside, good job. I'm glad you guys are thinking outside of the box. I'm glad you guys are putting a little bit of an effort for something small like this. So yeah, good job, everybody. Good job, and yeah, congratulations to again, Mega, for the was it $1.90? Jeez.
Yeah, $1.90. $1.90. He solidified himself. So yeah, guys, look, the Halloween spectacular went awesome. There's a lot of stuff happening in the DeFi ecosystem. October was a big month, right?
Yep.
And Affinity, just talk about October, your overall feelings about October. We're gonna get into my Dark Summon and my Dread Knight, my my fabulous Dread Knight that I summoned. But talk to us about October, your overall feelings about October, what we've seen from August, September, October, and now we're in November. What you're looking forward to?
Yo, from like I said, from September 25th, from the second year anniversary announcement to having that little uh Discord party or whatever it was till today. You know what I'm saying? Or till the 1st of November, which was the end of the Halloween event, was wow. You know what I mean? This game went from an investment to an MMORPG. You know, at its infancy. You know what I mean? This is a start to a lot of um, MMORPGs that have been developing for like 5 years plus before they even before we can even make an account and make a hero and start playing, do some quests, and even like playing some beta stuff. You know what I'm saying? So for DeFi Kingdoms to have all this content within the 30 days here, 31 days or whatever it is that we've
Mm-hmm.
gotten from events to playable content to equipable items on NFTs. So
Mm-hmm.
NFTs on NFTs, you know what I mean? NFT inception to even buying and selling NFTs. You know what I mean? And it's like I said, man. Just you just gotta wait. You just gotta wait. Take it in. You, you know, people are complaining. Things are moving slow. I'm happy that things are moving slow. You know what I mean? It's just like, for example, your Moksha rune. How it took a whole year to do that run.
Mm-hmm.
That's to me, even for a noob, that's good and strong growth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's no crazy spike 2-3 thousand and then back down to zero. You know what I mean? This is
Right.
nice. Even like here you go, and it's growing. So DeFi Kingdoms, 20 years. Not financial advice, but I hope another. Yo, this holiday is crazy, bro. Just like your Dread Knight. Guys, be
Mm-hmm.
prepared. Build
Yeah.
and grow with the game.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
No, build and grow with the game. And so, yeah, that's a great segue into this Dark Knight, this lovely Dark Knight that I summoned.
Yo, hold on, hold on,
Um,
hold on. Is that Black Goku?
is that Black Goku? What do you
Yeah, yeah.
mean?
So if you watch the anime, there's a series where Goku, if they go to another dimension, there's a
Yeah.
called Black Goku or Rose Goku, pink hair Goku.
Oh, pink hair Goku. I
Yeah,
wonder if that is
he's all dark too. It's like his gear's all dark, his hair is pink, so that's why they call him
yeah.
Black Goku or Rose Goku or something like that. But
Okay.
so yeah. It's perfect, man. No racial thing attended, but you know what I'm saying. It's
Yeah,
got that
yeah,
whole
no.
black gear.
No, I'm
Look it up,
I,
man. Look it up. It's I just saw it right now, and it just clicked me to Goku, bro. Like straight up sick.
yeah, no,
And
for
he
sure.
is that character is like a badass. Like Goku, he's cool and nice, but this one,
Hmm.
he's just like opposite of Goku. He's
Yeah,
badass, like
yeah.
a Dread Knight. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, for sure. I'm
congrats,
wondering
man.
if that visual is an advanced visual, but what is this right here? It's an I think this may no, this is the back, right?
You got to go with
Back
hair on
appendage
top, man.
color. Yeah. So yeah, this is the Dread Knight, and look, I've been in this ecosystem since almost day one,
Level
and
12.
I've never had or owned a Dread Knight. Right. That's because they are very minimal, lucrative, hard to summon. And so my question that I have for the community today is, where is a platform that I can see how many heroes are on in the ecosystem, right? That's easy to track. How many Dread Knights are there? How many this are there? How many that are there? Because when
DeFi
it comes
Kingdoms.
to
They have it all there.
they have it all there.
Yeah, you go into the hero lookup and you type in Dread Knight, and it will show up every single Dread Knight.
So
Not the one
that's
for
gonna
sale.
be in a
Go
tavern.
to the no, go to taverns. Yeah. Go to
Okay.
taverns. Go to
Barkeep,
barkeep. Go to hero catalog.
hero catalog.
Yeah, and just type in Dread Knight on the filter, and it
Oh, that's
should
beautiful.
yeah. There you go. And there's how many? They
There's
should
only
fix that showing 100. They should show
yeah.
more.
They
They
should
should
show
show
more.
total,
Right.
right? But as you can see right there, there's 1 out of 100 pages, and each page is
Hmm.
100. So that's
Right.
it's a it's a they're getting there, bro. They're
Yeah.
getting they're quite a bit. But the thing is, bro, don't be
Hmm.
discouraged about this number
Hmm.
because I'm not trying to be a douchebag. I guarantee you, most of them are shit Dread Knights.
Hmm.
right? They're just media. They're just whatever, right? Um, but the good Dread Knights are being held, bro. So
Yeah.
like, there's a lot of Dread Knights, but there's a lot of everything else. But there's a handful of good heroes. That's what you gotta keep your mentality on, right?
Oh yeah.
Um, you know what I mean? Like
Oh
your Dread
yeah.
Knight, yo, yeah, that's top tier. So like, even though there's a lot of Dread Knights, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
unique.
it only the I've understood they're only naturally going to
Everyone's
um
going for them.
yeah, they're only naturally gonna build, and this does not really that those are the smallest amount available, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
just to be able to actually get to a place where
yeah. So
I'm
it's still
summoning
great.
them, it was
Yep.
awesome, right? And to
Yeah.
take two common, a sage and a dragoon, and what's actually most important in this entire conversation is that with this build, I dark summoned it, right? So even though it's at a level 1, I can then continuously level it up to a level 12. So even
With your
in
own
this,
stats.
yeah, so even in this filtration system, if I'm looking to just like, let's say buy it on the market, and I want to just share the screen. Oops, sorry. Is the market being shared right now? Okay, yes,
Yeah,
it is
yeah,
being
yeah, yeah.
shared.
We can
So
see.
if I, go to a Dread Knight, then switch it over to let's say I don't want to do a fishing Dread Knight. Let's just swap it over to an uncommon, and then put, let's say, a level 12. What are those Dread Knights valued at?
Hello.
15,000
$150.
crystal. 15,000 crystal, right?
Like I said,
So
still holds good value
you know what I'm
for
saying?
a
So the
floor.
the the dark summoning is an amazing feature when it comes to the DeFi Kingdoms ecosystem. And we've had this conversation for a long time about the inflation of heroes. But with some of these dark summoning incentives, holiday stuff that comes in, man, oh man, if these mechanisms keep working the way that they're working, there may be a period where these heroes actually have an appreciation run. And that appreciation run compared to the depreciation run, appreciation run would possibly be a shorter period of time, just like when it comes to cryptocurrency and price action in general. We last in a bear market longer than when we're in the bull market. So these appreciation cycles of these heroes can last for, let's say, 8 to 12 months. And my goodness, that could be a very, very lucrative appreciation cycle if you've continued to set up your ecosystem. But again, somebody coming in like me, I had a paladin build. And so my paladin build strategy was to be able to go after a decent probability setup where I'm able to accumulate some of the best miners that are within the game. And so I have my
Gold
Dark
miners.
Knights, I have my Paladin. Yes, I have my gold miners that are going to be great gold miners and are going to be great once we get into a bull market and we have another blockchain ecosystem release where we're gardening and doing all these things and mining some of our assets. This Paladin build, right, is what eventually got me to this Dread Knight, and I'm absolutely fabulously happy with this setup. What were the odds of this setup? That's where we come to ADFK. And we have the chat right now. We have Dax saying, "What if you cut it down to dreads who haven't been burned?" Ooh, that is interesting. Dreads who haven't been burned. How do I do that? See if anyone have a summon. There's no dreads like that have a summon. Even if, let's see, let me do level 1. Oh, okay, there's some dreads that have summons, but those are like, my goodness, look at that, 16k,
Still high.
right around the same ones that are higher level.
Well, right now,
That
dreads are the highest tier, so they're always fetch a premium, a
Yes, and
floor premium. You know.
honestly, these ones that have a summon, when once the other side of the chart gets put out, these will probably rise in price,
Oh yeah,
right?
once the spellbow gets a partner,
Yeah,
and then there's transcendent hero.
yeah.
These
These
16,000 160,000 crystal.
Yeah.
I would never, you know what I mean?
No, this
Like,
is 16,000 crystal. 16,000 crystal.
oh,
But
sixteen
but
thousand.
but
Oh, so
these
it's
could
still a
jump
hundred
to
some dollars.
50,000 crystal
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
by that time, even in a bull market.
30,
Right?
40.
So
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's is
Because they're gonna
very
want that
interesting.
transcendent hero, and
Yeah,
even these ones will they will um people I laugh when people say that there's no market for things.
yeah.
Bro, people spend millions of dollars on a blank piece of paper. So good luck with that mentality,
Right, right, right.
right?
Yeah.
It don't matter how much anything costs on DeFi kingdoms, something's getting bought up one way or
Mm-hmm.
another. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And that shows it shows me that that's strong.
Yeah.
Especially when I saw the eggs getting bought up. And just now that you spoke, eggs went to $1.
No way. The gold?
Gold egg.
No way. No way. We
So
gotta check that out. We gonna
uh,
have to, you know what I'm
if
saying?
you
We
want to take a
gotta
quick
check
look,
that out. What we're gonna be gearing to from here is the boar hunt.
oh,
But you know, we're gonna look at the gold egg here. You know, this is cool that we do some charting here. We have our metrics, we have our points that we look at, but an amazing dip, a buying opportunity all the way to 37 cents for the gold egg. And we see that it is looking pretty bullish right now. This may coincide with what Bitcoin is doing right now as well. But if you go down to the smaller time frames, let's say the 4-hour chart, we see that this is wrapping up this red area. We see that when we come in closer, if I remove this line here, a really strong bounce of this long-term line that we drew here. Remember, when you look at the bigger time frames, this long-term line, we get big bounces, and we're having a nice big bounce off of this trend here that could lead us all the way up to finish this demand, and that could bring us to this next zone. The only reason why this got rejected here off of the first impulse is these are called Bollinger Bands, and it tells you how far something can stretch out before it has to start meeting resistance. But I would not be surprised if Bitcoin continues to move the way it's moving for the gold pet egg to go test this next barrier. And I'm sorry, this next barrier is over here. To go test this next barrier on a 57% run to $1.24. So we're going to keep an eye out on that. We're going to release this video here. But again, looking at some of these larger time frames, look at this bounce here on this long-term time frame that we draw here. If you go to the 3-day chart, this is the pattern that we continue to watch, and we've gotten a bounce that may not have to come all the way down here. It may want to just push a little further before it makes its next dip, which can bring this price action to the previous high that it had in October, which is not only $1.37, but $1.44. So that's good thing you mentioned there, Affinity. A good way to do a live check-in on the charts, and a good way to see what we have going on in the curve. Talk about here is the boar hunt. What
I
are your
got
opinion on the
I got a replay ready if we got time to watch that.
Hell yeah, we got a replay ready.
Hopefully it will
Let
help a
me
lot of people.
yeah, for sure. Let me see if I can give you the ability to tap in and share your screen. Just give me a second to do that here. Let me add you in. Let me see if I can make you bigger. Oh boy. All right. Are you able to share your screen? Have I given you the ability to do that?
I should be able to
Oh,
show my screen right now.
okay, awesome.
Yeah, I put my wallet on the computer so we can do this.
Yeah. So
All
first
right.
off, just to introduce us to this section here, we're wrapping up the stream here. An amazing return from Megalodon when it comes to the $13 holla. We've looked at the charts to see where we said we were before, where we said we were looking to, and where we're looking at going. We talk about the $13 1v1. My Dark Summon, my Dread Knight, amazing on my Paladin build. And I even went and pushed past my Paladin build. The secret 30 points went to Megalodon, and now we at the board hunt strategies, right? Board hunt has been out for a while now. It is our PvP you know, thing that we have right now. People have had time to either sell the equipment they're getting or buy some equipment and figure out the strategies that they're using. But we also have the gamer here, Affinity, with us to talk about some of his strategies and what he has been doing. I know the jewelers who come on right after us, they've been doing their thing. Mega's been going super hard with the boar hunt. He has his strategies that he's been also showcasing. But let's see what Affinity has for us on what he's been doing. Because I have not boar hunted for at least a week and change, because I've still been working on this paladin build. And now that I have my Dread Knight, I will focus on other things, including the boar hunt. But what can you tell us here with the boar hunt you have here, the battle you had, and some of the strategies that you're taking into place?
Since I'm the last to go, if you don't mind, we're gonna talk a little bit about this. So in the beginning, I bought some level 10s. Okay, level 10s, pre-leveled. They're all the way up to level 10s, with whatever stats. You know what I'm saying? As you can see here, with those level 10s, we got one hunt failed, another hunt failed, two hunt, three hunt failed, four, five, six hunts failed. Okay, and then we started. I started saying, you know what? These pre-owned level 10s here that are on the market that we're buying here, they're not so great. One, most of them don't have the stats requirement to wear items, meaning they don't have enough strength to even wear a sword, bow, or let alone a staff, right? Or even have dex, vitality, strength, whatever they need to even do any damage, heal their opponents, stuff like that, right? So I decided, as you can see here, I started winning. I decided to dark summon, and this is when the event happened. The Halloween event happened, so timing was pretty good. I decided to start to dark summon some 10 out of 10s, archers, priests, and knights, and I managed to get a pretty good team. I did the stats accordingly to my knowledge of strategy games and hero type games, right? And then, so you start to win a little bit more. Actually, I kept on winning, and then here is when I started to build a second a second team. So that's when the fails come in. But you know, once you get the strategy and the mechanics of these boards down, uh, your win rate will definitely increase. So I'm gonna show you guys a quick video or one of my fights that I have pretty much full control of everything. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Where is it? It's not this one. It would be okay. I think you're muted, but
Okay.
there we go.
So you got the pumpkin hat, you got the skin mutation. Well, yo, talk to us about this.
Yeah. So like I said, this was during the Halloween event. My priest got the mutation with the wing. I'm very blessed. I'm the only one, I believe, right now still to have a level 10 priest with red wings and a green face in DeFi Kingdoms. So I'm very happy for that. So
That's fire.
this is the little types of perks that you can get when you summon.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You're the only one to have these type of things when
Yeah,
you do these.
I love that the archer has the bleed. I'm a big fan of the archer causing
Yeah.
bleed with the piercing shot.
So when you're playing these boars, okay, you need to control them, right? Because in these RPG type of games, there's something called hard coded, right? And RNG. Okay, so there's two skills that are hard coded in this game, meaning when they trigger, they go. You know what I mean? They go. So once the trigger happens, and if you don't prevent the trigger, it don't matter if it's their turn or not their turn. It's gonna go, right? So for these boars, you need to control them. You need to know when to kill, when to control the mama boar, and when to kill the little ones, right? Because when you kill the little ones and the mama boar has no stats debuffs on her, like amnesia, taunt, or anything, she's gonna rampage, right? Because those are the hard codes. Rampage triggers when a baby boar dies, right? So that's why every time when you kill a baby boar, you get hurt by rampage, and rampage is not a happy day. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It boosts up the mama boar by a lot, everything, speed, everything. It's not a good time, right? So you want to minimize that. Second hard code is nuzzle. Okay, once when for the hard coding nuzzle to trigger, right, is when um another boar, you can't nuzzle yourself. Okay, so you gotta, it only nuzzles others. So um so once one boar, once a boar, mother boar or baby boar health is below 50%, nuzzle would trigger.
Mm.
Okay, and that nuzzle heals. So you don't want two nuzzles happening. That's two heals. That's around 200 damage you got to do again. Yeah, I mean that's gonna mess up your day, mess up your strategy, right? As you can see here, I'm about to take out this boar here, the first boar, right? And it's exhausted, so therefore no rampage.
And you exhausted it by
Um,
he,
it
he
exhausts
did his last
itself with the wild
charge.
charge.
Yeah,
Yes.
he did the wild
So
charge. Yeah.
sometimes you don't have to work too hard. You let the mother board, right? This time she wild charged and she missed. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have to do too much. She pretty much overexerted herself with no wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I took advantage of that. I didn't have to do too much with my knight. Normally, be right before I kill the first boar or
Mm-hmm.
a boar, I would challenge the 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 mother.
The mother.
Because
So
then when I challenge the mother,
you make use of that challenge then.
yes, that's why I
Okay.
make, yes, yes. So I would challenge the mother, hoping it would hit,
Right.
and it would taunt it. So if it's taunted, that means you can kill the boar and the rampage hard code won't trigger,
Gotcha.
right? And if you kill it quick enough that within the 3 turns, right? The second boar don't even nuzzle,
Mm.
right? So when you have zero nuzzles, zero rampage, you're full control. You
Right.
don't have to worry. I'm just chilling. My first fights, I was sweating. My face was like right next to the screen. I was
Yeah.
like, when you critting, when you know missing. Now I sit back and I just chill.
Yeah.
And as you can see here, I'm full health. Everybody's dying.
Yeah.
So once you keep a nuzzle and rampage to 1 or 0,
Right.
one nuzzle, 0 rampage,
Right.
and have a decent stat, decent amount of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, no items. Maybe the archer has the bow, but I've done this without the bow.
Right.
Um, and it's not as bad. So like again,
So
once you understand the mechanics,
so one more time. They have a nuzzle on them below 50% health. They're gonna start using their nuzzle.
yeah,
And you want
nuzzle
to
will
make
trigger.
sure, right? You want to make sure that the boar is either already exhausted or that you confuse it, which you can do with the knight's which skill is
No,
that?
for nuzzle,
Yeah.
it's 50% or lower. It will
Yeah.
get nuzzle, and you can't nuzzle yourself,
Okay.
right? So, so it's either you take the nuzzle,
Yeah.
the one nuzzle, or you kill it fast.
Mm.
So me, I've gotten to the point where I've looked through the skills. I can kill it within my turns, so that
Wow.
the other one doesn't even nuzzle.
Okay.
Right? I don't even use 1 stone, whatever, 2 stone, or whatever it's called. If you look at my setup, so
Yeah.
as you can see here, I don't know what was that, like a few 5, 6, 7 minutes fight,
Right.
no problem. Mediocre, common, uncommon heroes,
Mm-hmm.
right? So yeah, control your nuzzle, control your rampage,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what I mean. Have decent stats, and these boards will go down. You
These
know what I mean.
boards
Put
go
some luck in your
down.
heroes, they
Okay.
go down. They go down
Okay.
easily. I ain't got no
Yeah.
mythics. I ain't got no crazy um $2,000-3,000 2,000-3,000 crystal heroes.
Right,
These
right.
are under 500 crystal. You know what I mean?
Mm,
They might look cool, but their stats are mediocre.
right.
And yeah, if you can, like I said, you understand the mechanics, you understand the hard code, you understand what triggers, you can minimize it, and you can, if you can control it, you plan ahead,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
you win.
And you
You know what I'm
win.
saying?
Yeah, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. You had a lot of good health still left.
Full,
Yeah,
full health,
full. You know,
full health.
it's got some crits there, but
Yeah,
it's because you avoided being, slowed down or anything. Like I said, I haven't boar hunted in a while. I do have a sword as an equipment, for one of my, heroes,
you're
and I
frozen.
will. I
They
Yeah, it
can
is.
hear you though.
They can hear us though. They
Yeah,
can
yeah,
hear us though, which is
yeah.
okay.
It's
It'll
okay.
either kick back in, or this is still a closeout, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty interesting, and it's funny that it froze on victory, right? so so no,
At
this is
least I got a victory today, so
at least you got a victory. So this is super cool.
yeah.
I'm gonna try to implement this in on my end, and with what I'm doing, and see if I can be successful in the boar hunts. I also grabbed a couple of those skin, different skin Halloween skin heroes.
Oh yeah.
Listening to what you had, and the whole collectibles end of things. So it's just a lot happening in the ecosystem. October was huge. November looks to be huge
End
too
of
as
November.
well. End of November as well. And we know what we're looking at. We know what we're looking for. That's the biggest thing between a macro investor and a macro gamer, is to know what you're looking for. Affinity has done his research and given us some gaming, aka Borhan Alpha, and I'm going to look to implement that as we implement everything else. So, any last words, Affinity, to say for us in our frozen exit?
Bullish structure, farm, play and earn.
Play and earn, play and earn for
Not
sure.
financial
So,
advice.
not, not financial advice. So, guys, thank you for showing up today. We looked at the charts, we looked at everything else. We're building this ecosystem, we're building this community, and we are nothing but bullish. Even though we're gonna go through our ups, we're gonna go through our downs. Shout out to the jewelers coming on 9:30, following this as well. Guys, make sure to go there, make sure to tune in, make sure to show them some love. That's it for the trade room today on this macro Saturday. We will see you guys on the other side. Bullish.
Peace.
All right. Peace.